toes together. I couldn't really hear you. Please help me teach you. Unzip. So you want your feet just to be big enough for your head in between. So not too big. I don't think your head is that big. And you want to be able to rock back and forth between your feet. Loosen your knees. Head you. Loosen your knees. But open your feet. Open your feet. Loosen your knees, Julia. There you go, Maya. Loosen your knees. There you go. Because that keeps your hips under your violin. Locking your knees pushes your hips out. Tall violin. Beautiful bow holds with curved pinkies. Bring it closer, Julia. So it's over the black part. Can you put your pinky over the black part of the frog? Closer. 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 But on top. Right, there you go. So over the black. Good at you. Slide to E. Tip to A. My yes. So you can go to the diamond on the other side of Maya. Slide to E. Tip to A. Check your thumbs. Check your tall violins. So you should be pointing at the wall or pointing at your friend. Ready, play. My speed, please. I'm a little sleepy this morning. Ready, play. One more time. Remember your opens. Ready, go. Open. 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 There you go. Good. Okay, C major, 2 octaves. Rest position if you don't know it. Really, it's just you and I today. You know C. Check your thumb. Make sure your thumb is in 3rd position with you. Ready? Nice big bows. Beautiful. Take a bow. Everybody shake it out. Best position, Julia. Shake it out. Okay, so let's put our violins up. We're going to play Drop It Twinkle. So every time you play an open string, you drop your left arm. Ready? Be happy it's not perpetual motion. Ready? Drop it. Go. bingo, kind of. We're going to play Go Tell Aunt Rhody. Every time you play a second finger on your left hand, you're going to lift your second finger on your right hand. So it looks like this. I'll show you first. Got it? Tall violins, good luck.
Very fun.
Ready? So second finger is your first note, so pick up your middle finger. Pick up your second finger on your bow hold too. Good. Ready, go. Put it back. Lift. 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 Lift, lift. 2. Go tell Aunt Rhody. Ready, go. Lift 1, lift 2, 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 1, 2, 1, open. 2, 1, 1, 2. How'd you do? Okay, take a bow. So if you're in book 2, those are both good exercises to do when you do your early book 1 songs. And by early book 1, I mean up to Perpetual Motion. Dr. Suzuki actually thought we should be able to lift any finger except 4. So the next step would be to play Go Tell Aunt Rhody, also lifting your 3rd finger whenever you play 3rd finger over here.
How is that helpful?
Because none of these, you shouldn't be dependent on any of these fingers for tone production. They help, they help keep your bow from going that way, but your tone production comes from your thumb and your pinky, so that's the frame in your hand that counts. These are just helpers. So you wouldn't want to play with none of them on the bow. That would be crazy. But if you've got 2 out of 3, you should be okay. And so it's also a good test to make sure you're not gripping and grabbing, because eventually, look up here, eventually we want to be able to move our fingers when we play, just like we move our elbow when we play now. So if you're grabbing and you're tight and you're tense, you won't be able to do this when you get to book 3. Okay, don't try to do it now. This is what Dr. Suzuki taught me. And so this was the exercise he sent me home with. And do you know how many times I had to do this every day, according to Dr. Suzuki?
100.
No! 10,000.
Oh.
So I just did it all day, every day.
10,000 is 100 per 100.
So I had, like, if I was eating with my chopsticks while I was chewing, I would take a chopstick and do this. If I was watching TV, I would take a pencil and do this. And of course, when I was practicing, I would do however, I just stopped counting, right? I just did it all day.
How can you do it when you scroll on the phone?
No, that's a different, that starts to come from down here, and that can really cause, actually we're in rest position, please, thank you. That can really cause some pain down here. And when I was a kid, I used to play Pac-Man a lot, and I had some real pain in my thumb from that. So we have to be careful as musicians, we have to be super careful with our hands. Okay, we are now up to, we have to do our G arpeggio. Do you remember that from last week where we start on open G? And we do skips. Really big tone, tall violins pointing at the wall. Strong thumb, strong pinky. Fly to E, to G. Ready, go. Ready, open G, ready, 5. 2, D, 3, 1, 3, low 2, backwards, 3, 1, 3, open, 2, freeze. And then rest position. Shake it out. Shake it out. Swing your arm around. Move. Yeah, maybe roll your shoulders a little bit. Back, yeah, shrug your shoulders. Loosen up that back a little. Bow crashes. Ready? Front row, what are you doing? Bow crashes. Unzip, take a step. Open A. Ready. Open A, Julia. Ready, set, go. Good job. Ready, set, go. Ready, set, George. Ready, set, go. There you go. So now we play andantino. Almost bow crashes. If you don't know, rest position, take a break. Down you go. 2 on D. You guys can sit down if you want. Ready, go. Check your pinkies, make sure they're nice and curved. Ready, go. Cha cha cha. Beautiful. Take it back. So that one doesn't have as many bow crashes as Allegretto, right? Allegretto has a pattern of bow crashes.
Maya, what is confusing?
I thought then was Andantino in book 2?
No, Andantino is the book, the song after Allegretto.
Oh,
You okay?
mm-hmm.
You can ask. Okay. And let's move on to Minuet 3. If you don't know it, sit down and take a break. My turn. no repeats version, right? So that's one way. Sometimes at home, if your practice is getting a little long, you can skip the repeats on the minuets. But not all the time, because you still need to remember where they are. Right? Okay, Billy, as the Soul Book 2 student today, what would you like to play? Sit down, Julia. Two Grenadiers. Okay. I'm going to play, this one does have an introduction, it's part of the piece, so I'll play the introduction first. So Robert Schumann wrote the Two Grenadiers. Does it sound like the music that Johann Sebastian Bach wrote?
No.
Does it remind you of Minuet 1? No. Mm-mm. It was a lot more dramatic, right? So Robert Schumann lived about 100 years after Johann Sebastian Bach, and he was a composer in the Romantic era. So we have a lot more dynamics, we have a lot more expression. And in the second half, that is the French national anthem. Right? Two Grenadiers is two soldiers in French. So this song is about France.
So this part of it, is that?
Just the second half is the main theme from the French national anthem. I don't know what the rest of it is. So then, Johann Sebastian Bach was a Baroque era composer. Can we all say Baroque? Baroque.
Baroque.
Now say it a little faster. Baroque.
Baroque.
So it almost sounds like you're saying broke, but it's Baroque. And then Schumann was a Romantic era, so everybody say Romantic. And in between Baroque and Romantic was Classical. Everybody say Classical. So when we're talking about classical, we're talking about Mozart and his buddies. And kind of Beethoven. But Beethoven lived at the end of the classical era, and he kind of broke the rules from the classical era and paved the way to the Romantic era. Not all by himself, but if you listen to the music that he wrote when he was young, it sounds more like Mozart. And when you listen to the music he wrote as he got older, it got more expressive and more creative and longer and more complex, like Romantic music. Okay, how about, I'm going to play, because Myra's not here, but she needs her Book 5 song anyway. So I'm going to play the second song in Book 5, which is the Concerto in A Minor by Vivaldi. It's the middle movement of the two Vivaldi concertos that are in book 4. And so this is so she can play along with me when she watches the video later. Did you see the skills that you're starting to learn now? Did you see the shifting? Did you see all the big slurs with lots of notes in them? And so you're getting ready for book 5. Directly. Now the last song on book 4 is the Concerto for 2 Violins by Bach. And it starts with the twinkle rhythm. Mississippi, stop, stop. So right from the beginning, you're getting ready for book 4. Right from the beginning, Dr. Suzuki knew that you were going to play big, beautiful music. And that's where he started. Right? Okay, let's play Allegro. Everybody up. What color do you think that Allegro sounds like?
Blue.
Blue? Maybe. What do you think, Julia? What color does Allegro sound like to you?
Red.
Maybe. What do you think, Billy? Brown? What do you think, Maya?
Orange.
Orange? What do you think, Edju?
Black.
Black. Oh, okay, let's play Allegro and make it sound like black.
I would be like lower.
No, we're not gonna change the notes. We're gonna change the feeling. So in your mind, think black. Ready? I want a black Allegro. 3 on E. Ready, go. allegro. Ready? Go! Could you hear a difference, audience?
Yes.
Between our black allegro, did it feel different to play allegro as black or allegro as yellow?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah? So that's another game that you can play when you do your review pieces. Different colors, different moods. Right? We could take the happy farmer and we could make it the sad farmer. Or we can make it the hyper farmer. But you can't do that unless you remember it really well. Right? So you can change the mood, you can change the color, you can play with your bow hold, or you can drop your hand. And if you know third position, people in the video watching, you can play your early book one songs in third position. And that's a good way to practice that. Not if you've only learned to shift to third position, but if you've actually started using it. So usually book 3 and up. Okay, let's sit down and take a break. Last week we talked about dynamics. What was the softest dynamic that we talked about? Anybody remember? No? Were you all here? Kieran she'll probably get to answer this question in the next class. What was the softest dynamic? Can you tell me how to write it, even if you can't remember how to say it? Billy, do you remember how I wrote it? Maya? No? Stefan?
I think it's the triple P.
Triple P. Pianissimo. Is it starting to come back to you now? So then what was the next one? Billy?
Det måste super på två.
What's a little bit louder than pianissimo? Huh? 2 P's. Pianissimo.
Bro.
And then?
1 P.
1 P.
Bro.
Piano. Then what? M P. Everybody say mezzo piano.
Mezzo.
And what does mezzo mean? Medium. Right. More or less. And then what's next? What? Do you remember?
P.
We just did P before, now we're mezzo piano. So now we're done with the pianos, right? We go to mezzo, M, F, good job. Mezzo forte. Then what's next? No? The moms know, the parents know. What about the children? F for forte. Everybody say forte.
Forte.
Then what?
Super forte.
Do I need 2 F's? Yes, 2 F's for fortissimo.
And then I need
3Fs.
3Fs. There we go for fortissimo. So let's say it. Ready?
Pianissimo.
Piano, mezzo piano, mezzo forte, forte, fortissimo, fortissimo. There we go. Now, completely unrelated to dynamics are tempos. A lot of times people think that slow and soft go together, or loud and fast, but that's not true. But if we start with very slow, we get largo. Can everybody say largo? And what song did we just play that means happy and fast?
Allegro.
Allegro. So that's over here. And if I wanted to go really, really fast, lively, Kira, vivace, or vivo. And it means with life. Right? And then if I wanted to be a little calmer, I have andante, which means walking. And it implies that I'm walking in the countryside. It's a leisurely walk. I'm not in a hurry. It is not Christmas Eve, and I am not at the mall trying to get the last 14 presents the day before Christmas. Right? If I'm doing that, I'm speed walking as fast as I can. But andante doesn't mean that. Andante means you're just walking, taking a walk in the middle of the day.
Yeah.
And then in the middle is moderato.
Oh.
So everybody's saying moderato.
Moderato.
And that's medium. That's moderate. Did you have a question?
And where is allegretto?
So allegretto and andantino. Allegretto literally means a little allegro. Right? The etto is like inno in Portuguese. It's diminutive. So allegretto and andantino are both right about here. So now, but to really choose, you have to think about the rhythm of the piece. So it's not always that the beat is super slow or the beat is super fast. If I have a piece that has a lot of fast notes, like a lot of ticka-tickas, it's going to sound like I'm playing vivo, even if my beat is moderato. So there becomes a big difference between, and I hate, like on the older metronomes, it says like, these 5 speeds are largo and these 5 speeds are allegro, and it's just not true. It just depends on what the rhythm is of the piece. Like the piece I played for Myra, was that a fast piece or a slow piece?
I'd say that medium.
It's kind of medium,
Because
right?
in some places it was fast and some places it was slow.
But you're hearing the rhythm, the beat. It has a fast rhythm. Those are 16th notes. Ticka, 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 ta, ti, ti. So my beat is really slow. And then later it has 30-second notes. Bum, 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 da, 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 da. So that sounds like a fast song, but my beat is still super slow.
And it's slow to fit in those parts.
Right, the beat has to be slow because my rhythm is 30-second notes. If I tried to have a fast beat, bum, 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 da, 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 it would be a completely different piece. And Vivaldi actually tells us to play it slowly. So we have to find a way to play fast rhythm and make it sound slow. Okay, everybody up.
Cabbages.
No, we're done.
I know.
Toasting. We've done cabbages the last 2 weeks. We had to take a break from cabbages and get other stuff done, right?
How will we know it, right?
Well, maybe next week. Let's have our toast together and we say,
Thank you for teaching me.
thank you for learning. Well done.